Hello internet friends! I'm in my bedroom today because I've had it all nice and tidied and now my bed's all Union Jack coordinated and Mickey Mouse and the weird Olympic thingy. I know, I'm sorry, I meant to vlog, but I've been working hard on the stop motion music video thing and that was going really well, but I can't find a posable figure that's male to do the rest of it. I've got two female ones which are great, which is what I needed. I can't find a male one. I never really had Ken dolls, so I can't find one that isn't like One Direction or massively overpriced. As soon as I can find another male figure, I'll put that music video online. And you know, I've started making vlogs again now, so here you go. So today I thought I'd make a video about books and what books I think you should read over the summer. Because obviously school's broken up now, or college or uni or wherever you go to, it's broken up. And if you love reading like me, you may think, oh, I don't know what to read. So I've got some books which I think would be perfect for you to read this summer. But before I get onto that, a while ago I was going to make vlogs with my friends Becky and Callum. And we did film one, but then we just never got around to editing it and uploading it. We bought a mascot from Build-A-Bear Workshop, which we're going to use in every single one of our videos. And I kept that because I put most of the money into it. And I thought, well, it's going to waste a bit just sitting in a box in my room, so I shall use it as my mascot for this and be in most, hopefully all of my videos. It's Jade, the panda with glasses. Because our channel was going to be called NPG, which stood for Nerd, which was me, Panda, which was my friend Callum, because for some reason his nickname was Panda, and Goth, because my friend Becky was a goth. So it's got glasses on to be nerdy, and I know that's a big stereotype, but we couldn't really think of anything else. So this is Jade, the mascot. Yay! So they're going to go here. So, books. You guys probably think that the first book I'm going to go for is, because I've talked about it so much and talked about the movie so much and I've been so excited about it, is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, who's amazing. But I'm not, because to be honest, most people have read it by now. If not, you've probably heard loads of spoilers about it, which isn't exactly fair, but you probably have. And there's loads of people that are just saying, go read it now, and I don't want to be like that. So, if you want to read it, you can, but I'm not saying it's a definite read for over the summer. I'm just saying it's really good. Number 1. The first book I think you should read over the summer is not very well known. This is a book called 13. There you go, that's a bit better. By Tom Hoyle or something like that. I'm not sure how you say it. And it's really, really good, even if it's not that popular. So I bought this book just because I thought, well, it's cheap. It's supposed to be $6.99, but it was actually $3.50. And it was the only one left in the shop. I thought I might as well just buy it. It sounds interesting. But I actually got 10% more off mine, so it was even cheaper because it's water damaged slightly. Like, you can still read it and everything. There's little watermarks there, and on the back page it's very smudged. But like I said, you can still read it. It's just a bit of the ink has run, and it's really good. And the design of it is awesome because the pages are all yellow, and they've got numbers. So you've got all the different numbers crossed off around the edges. I don't know if you can see. And on the side it's got his days are numbered. And it says, for fans of Cherub and Gone. So if you've read them, then you'll like this. I've never read them. Yeah, it just says on the back, it doesn't have a proper blurb on the back, it just says they're dying one by one. Then it's got a proper blurb inside. It's just a sort of enticing, like, oh, why are they dying? You must read. But on the inside it's got the little blurb. Born at midnight in London on the stroke of the new millennium, Adam is the target of a cult that believes boys born at this time must die before the end of their 13th year. 12 have been killed so far. Corin, the crazy cult leader, will stop at nothing to bring in his new kingdom. and now he is planning a bombing spectacular across London to celebrate the sacrifice of his final victim, Adam. And I read that and I thought, this is going to be a good book. It's sort of a thriller, and it's action, and it's mystery as well. And it's quite scary in some points, because obviously, like I said, the cult leader is insane. I just thought it was a really, really good book, and I know that they're selling them in WH Smith at the moment, at least where I'm living they are. And that's good. And I think there's going to be a second one, because it ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. It's good. Really, really good. I recommend it very much. Number 2. So the second thing isn't really a book, it's a series of books, but you definitely need to read at least the first one. Yeah, here they are. There's 4 books in total, unless the author's brought out another one, which I don't think he has. They are called Once, Then, Now, and After. And I read them when I was in year 5 or 6, I was 9 or 10 years old. And basically the school organised for us to go and see an author called Gleitzman. And because to celebrate the second book that he was bringing out then. And I'd never read any of his books. A boy in my class had me said they were brilliant, but that you needed to read the first one to understand the second one. So when I went, I took loads of money and I thought, well, both the books are here, so I bought both, and I got them both signed. And it says God on You, Katie, Maurice Gleitzman in the first one, and the second one it says exactly the same. Because obviously I'd never read them, so he was like, oh, good on you for buying something that you've never read and might be absolutely rubbish for loads of money. They were $5.99 each. But they were really, really good. The front of the first one says, everybody deserves to have something good in their life at least once, which is quite clever, I thought. And then on the back for the blurb, this is the only sort of blurb that it has. It says, once I escaped from an orphanage to find Mum and Dad. Once I saved a girl called Zelda from a burning house. Once I made a Nazi with a toothache laugh. My name is Felix. This is my story. And it, as you might be able to tell, it's set in World War II with Nazis, and Felix is Jewish, and his mum and dad, as far as he knows, are still alive, but he was placed in a Catholic orphanage, and the headman knows that he's Jewish, but agrees to help because she used to buy books from his parents' bookshop and they were really friendly to her, so she agrees to hide him to keep him safe from the Nazis, but he escapes to find his parents because he doesn't really understand what's going on. He's been taught to like pray to God and Hitler. There's actually a bit in here and you're just like, wow, that's so strange. And what's really good is in the book he has a little yellow notebook which he writes all his stories down, his ideas in, and the book, and it almost gets burned in a fire, and the book is actually a yellow notebook with fire at the edges there, you can see, and I thought that was really clever. And it's got the little Star of David, I think that's what it's called, in the top corner. And then the second one is brilliant. I'm not going to read the blurb for that, but that one is really good. Now is also brilliant. Not going to read the blurb for that either because it gives away a bit too much, but that's brilliant. After I wasn't so keen on, but it's good. I'm not sure. I preferred the other ones. If you do get on to Then, there's one bit which I know you will definitely cry at because I was in class and I almost cried. Number 3. The next book I just bought because I thought, well, it's the other book that I want to buy is in the buy one get one half price sale, and that looks pretty good, so I may as well get it. So I did. Geek Girl. It just, no one recommended it. It just stood out at me, and I thought, Geek Girl. Who do I know that's a geek that's a girl? Oh, me. So I bought it. The author, Holly Smale, she's not very famous. This was her first book. It's semi-autobiographical. Harriet Manners knows a lot of things. Cats have 32 muscles in each ear. Bluebirds can't see the colour blue. The average person laughs 15 times per day. And peanuts are an ingredient of dynamite. But she doesn't know why nobody at school seems to like her. So when she's offered the chance to reinvent herself, Harriet grabs it. Can she transform from geek to chic? It's brilliant. Again, I've never felt so much like a character in a book. Like, this character could essentially be me, only a bit more geeky and a bit less fashionable. Because I think I do have some fashion sense, just a little bit. But I got it signed. Again, I have a lot of signed books. And I got the second one signed, Geek Girl Model Misfit. I haven't got the third one signed, but that one's called Geek Girl Picture Perfect. And basically, Harriet is a massive geek. She's been bullied pretty much all her life. And then, when her friend drags her off to the clothes show in Birmingham because she wants to see if she can get spotted as a model, if Harriet's best friend can get spotted as a model. And then Harriet gets spotted herself, and she doesn't want to be, but she becomes a model. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to ruin it. But it's really funny, and boys, I know you might think, oh, it's Geek Girl, and it's about modelling and fashion. It's not really about fashion that much. It's just about how much Harriet wants to reinvent herself. So, maybe it isn't the best book for boys, but you never know, you might want to read it just to give it a try. And Holly Smale is the loveliest author ever. Like, she's brilliant. Number 4. Next book I got from school, again, they invited an author, because his second book had just come out, or the second book of this series had just come out, so I bought both of them. It's Blart by Dominic Barker. Blart, the boy who didn't want to save the world. I think it's basically taking the mickey out of all fantasy books ever. And it's really, really funny, and like I said, I got it signed. To Katie, best wishes, Dominic Barker, and I think that's the same in the second one. And the second one is called Blart 2, the boy who was wanted dead or alive. Or both. I preferred the first one to the second one, gotta say. If a great wizard told you that the human race depended on you, would you A. grab some spare socks and set out to save mankind, B. think for a second and then grab some spare socks and set out to save mankind, or C. stay at home to look after your grandfather's pigs? Blart chooses C, but actually he doesn't have much choice in the matter. It is up to him to stop evil Zoltab escaping the prison where he has been trapped deep beneath the earth for hundreds of years, or else mankind will be doomed. And so begins the most hilarious, exciting and utterly brilliant adventure, a quest unlike any quest that's been before. So it's basically about this boy, really untalented, ugly, can't do anything right except for look after pigs, and he's been dragged off by this wizard to save the world. And I've got a bookmark with it, and I like the bookmark. Don't save the world, stay at home and look after your pigs. Don't save the world, sit down with a packet of pork scratchings and enjoy the further misadventures of Blart. Number 5. This book, there's an app called Goodreads, and it recommends books to you, and this book was recommended to me, and I thought, that sounds brilliant. Ooh. My parents are decorating the house, if you can hear them. Doll Bones by Holly Black. My name is Eleanor Kirchner. You can call me the Queen. I died in 1895. Now it's time to play. So it's obviously a ghost story. It's about a doll that comes to life. Doll Bones is quite scary, and it's got illustrations in every now and then, which I think help add to it. They're quite creepy, but they are beautiful as well. There you have it. Those are the books I think you should read over the summer. If you have any books which you think I should read, put them in the comments below. I hope you all have a good summer. Internet friends, I salute you. Over and out.